good. So all you need is a margarita. Hi, this is Ron Erickson at the Yankee Hill Winery Cooking School. Today we are going to be making French onion soup. And so to start with, I've taken half a cube of butter and have melted it in the pot. And then I'm going to take and slice up some onions, a little on the thin side. Just cut it in half and then slice it some more. And by the way, you should turn onions around because it's easier to cut uphill than downhill. And so there, we'll get these onions in there. And here are some that I cut up already. And we want to saute these onions. So if the butter is a little on the brown side, that's fine. Now, normally, French onion soup is cooked with beef stock, but I like to cook it with chicken stock. And sometimes I'll even add just a little bit of dark chicken stock or a little bit of beef stock to it. Now, if you want to take a shortcut, you could use a powder stock like Knorr or something like that in order to put in. But we want to soften these onions down and almost till they're almost brown. And then we will add our stock in. But before that, once they're soft, we will add a little bit of cornstarch. And the cornstarch then is going to help to thicken it. So we basically will be making a roux. And if you remember from past classes, a roux is where we can take flour and butter or fat, or we could take cornstarch and butter and fat and stir that together, and that will be our thickening. If you do not put it in right away, then you would have to put it in cold water and then add it to it rather than just straight. So, you just stir these around and you can see how it looks like a lot of onions, and then once you start cooking them down, they kind of disappear. So we'll get these done. I'm also going to be using white wine in this recipe. And so I'm going to add my cornstarch now. We'll just dump that in, and I have 2½ onions here, and I am adding a little bit over a tablespoon of cornstarch, kind of a heaping tablespoon. There, and you can see they just keep cooking down. So we'll just keep that going. And then we'll stir it some more, and we should be in pretty good shape. There we go. I want them just a little bit softer. There we go, now they're getting there. Okay, now I'm going to add my wine. And I'm adding about, half a cup. And then I'll stir that around. And you can see it's just kind of absorbed all of the wine. And so then I'm going to add chicken stock. And I'll just ladle some in there little by little. And that will help to cook the onions. Okay, so it'll come back to a boil. Now we could add a little bit of pepper and just a pinch of salt. Not much, because we may want to either not add some more or add a little bit towards the end. And so you can see how this is just cooking away. And so then we will let this cook until they get nice and soft. And we may be adding a little bit more chicken stock to it. And then we can just get a taste of it. Oh yeah, that tastes real nice. So we will just let that cook for a bit, and then we'll come back and finish up. Okay, and here we have our soup. It's finished, and I'm just going to take it and ladle some into the bowl, and we want plenty of onions in with that. So we'll get our liquid in. Like that, nice bowl, and then we're going to put some cheese and a nice crusty piece of bread on top. And so here we are with our finished soup in a nice little bowl with a crusty piece of bread, and I put some Jarlsberg cheese on top of that. So give this a try, and I think you'll love it, especially on a cold winter day. So this is Ron at the Yankee Hill Winery Cooking School. Thanks for watching.